replacing the AC heater door mode actuator on my 2004 Honda Odyssey. This procedure will work on 1999 through 2004 models. Do you have a problem where you turn your AC dial to cold and the heater blows hot? Or maybe you turn it all the way over to heat and it blows AC. And it's intermittent. Sometimes it works correctly, sometimes it doesn't. So you know that your heater core works because you're getting heat, and you know that your AC compressor is working because you're getting AC intermittently. Well, so what problem you have is the damper that moves back and forth under the dash is not moving properly. And that's due to this actuator. So I'm going to walk you through step by step on how you can inexpensively replace this actuator. On my particular car, the actuator is very expensive. I could not find it anywhere locally or online for under $130, and some of the places were charging up to $330. So I thought, well, maybe the motor inside is the same as some other vehicles that have this door actuator, because I'm looking online and the actuators look almost identical. But the problem is that they won't work on my car because the pins are different and the plug is different. So I thought maybe I'll take it apart and buy one of these inexpensive ones and see if the motor is the same. Well, it is. And today I'm going to show you how you can replace your actuator on a Honda Odyssey. Instead of spending $130, spending $15. Before we get started with the work itself, I wanted to show you the actuator I purchased online on eBay for $14.99 with free shipping. This happens to be for a Cadillac 2006 to 2011 year. If you look at the new actuator versus the old actuator, I'll show you later, you'll see that they look exactly the same. This is just a disclaimer that you're going to see the actuator already out of the vehicle when the DIY project starts. Towards the end of the video, I'll show you step by step how you put the actuator back in, and you'll be able to reverse those steps in order to take it out. Here we have a side-by-side comparison with the new actuator on the left and the old actuator on the right. There is a small difference in where the white stud that comes out of the actuator that the actuator arm moves on, that it's positioned a little differently. And there you can see we have two different model numbers, and the pins are different as well. The one on the right I have started to take apart, so that's why it looks like it's not all together. I'll be taking off the white arm that moves the damper that is underneath the dash. Just pops off. Here you can see the white stud that protrudes out of the top of the actuators are positioned a little bit differently for the different make and model of the vehicle. There are clips that hold the actuator together. There are no screws, and each side has one clip around it. Just take a screwdriver and pry it off underneath. I'll show you that on the new one in a minute. I already had loosened this one up. So with the cover apart, there are silver gears inside. You'll see the pins there on the right. You can't move the gears because the motor turns the gears, so they're solid, they won't move. And the motor just pops out. It has a little gear on the shaft, and that just slips off. And here I'm giving you an overview 360 look at the motor itself. Has the pin that turns the gear. And then on the back side of the motor, there are two contact points. They're two little studs. And those sit inside clips inside the actuator. And they just set in there. Now I'm going to take the new actuator with a small flathead screwdriver, and I'm going to gently pry the clip and then pull back on the actuator just a little bit. It doesn't take much, it'll come loose. I'm going to do that with all 4 of them. I like to take my screwdriver and also wedge the actuator apart just a little bit as I'm doing this. And sometimes you have to come back around to the first one you did, like I'm doing here, and just loosen it again. Unfortunately, on that one, I actually ended up breaking the clip. The good news is that the actuator will still hold together with one of the clips broken. So taking it apart, we can see inside, and to the naked eye, it looks near identical. The differences that I see are in the pins themselves. But it sits inside the same way as the old one, where it just sits inside the prongs. So I'm going to take the motor from the new actuator and put it into my old actuator. So make sure when you're putting the new motor in that the words for the model number are on top. If not, you get what I had happen to me, which is I put it in and everything worked backwards. So this is my second take of putting everything back together so that you could see how correctly to fit the motor in. The actuator just clips back together. You'll hear it pop as the clips connect and push on the white arm that controls the damper. Originally, I was not going to film this project, but once I got into it, I decided it might be a good DIY for somebody else to be able to replace the motor, which is why I pulled the actuator out prior to filming the project. So all you'll need to do is follow the steps that I use to put it back in and reverse those to take it out. On the passenger side, up underneath the dash, you'll see the green plug hanging down. That plugged into the actuator. And here I'm trying to get you up close underneath so that you can see where the actuator is located. Closest to you is a white arm. That's the damper that controls the heat in the AC. Here is the arm that's going to attach to the other white piece you saw inside that goes up inside that controls the other side of the damper. And now I'm showing you the orientation in which the unit is going to go up inside. Pointing out here the 3 mounting bolts that you'll put up inside that will mount this up underneath, and there are the locations that it mounts to. Here it's partially mounted. You take the silver arm that goes across and it goes up inside and has a retaining clip that goes over it that holds it, and then you can see the pin that protrudes up into the damper that's got to be up in the damper for it to control the damper properly. You seat the actuator up against the mount, and then using the 3 screws and I used a 7mm socket. You could also use a Phillips head screwdriver to mount those in, and then the plug just sits in and plugs in. I don't show the operation of the actuator once it's installed because it really doesn't make any sense. You can't see hot or cold air, so you wouldn't know if I'm telling the truth or not. But I can tell you that it worked. The cold air worked when I went to cold, and the hot air worked when I switched it over to hot. If you get into the project and you have specific questions, leave them in the comments below and I will answer them as quickly as I can. Another DIY Jeff project complete. If you like this video, click like. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, DIY Jeff, for more DIY projects. Also, click the bell icon next to the subscribe button and you'll get notified every time I upload a new video.